name's Kay Fraser. I live at Traveston in Queensland, and I have a property with a couple of 100 acres that has cattle and horses on it. My love came from being on the stations where they use the horses to work the cattle and on the big properties that we went to. My dad was a real horseman. His father was a jockey, actually, many years ago. Once I started, I just fell all in love with it all over again. How you understand a horse in a paddock is body language. We have body language, they have body language. Their ears tell stories. Wherever a horse's ear is pointing, that's what they're listening to, because everything's a threat to a horse. If it's not eating, one leg will be cocked, it'll be in a relaxed mode, its head will be down. When their heads are up, it means that they're aware, they're alert, something's going on. The secret in that is just watching them, sitting and watching them. If you take the time to do it, you can see how they manoeuvre each other around. They have very strong body language.
My name is Peter Dumont and I'm a coach. I work with horses and I have done for 70 odd years. And I'm still alive. My life has been horses, all like horses. I was born with them and I'm probably going to die with them. I just love them. They're all my friends. I make them friends. I can go and spend time with a horse I don't even know. Seriously, and probably in about 10 or 15 minutes, that horse would follow me. It's what they see. You look in a horse's eye, you can see his soul. If you allow yourself, you know, it's there for you to take. You know, they give it. They give their life to you. They don't ask for anything. Believe it or not, they don't. That's what it's about, trust. It's not about abuse. It's trust in your animal, trust in your horse, trust in your friend. I trust mine with my life. I do. When I'm riding, when you're on their back, I've got to trust them with my life. The thing is, you can't expect an animal to give you respect unless you respect it first. I respect my horse for what they can do, and that is kill me. If you don't open your heart, you'll never get to a horse. You'll never get to any animal properly. You'll always be on the outside. You might be a good master, a good mistress, but you'll still be on the outside. You'll never get inside with them. And that's where you need to be. You know? Their life, their heart, their soul. That's you.
I had a horse, my favourite horse was Percy. He was the next racehorse I got, probably 5 years from when I got my first horse. And he was that 1 in a million. That horse did everything with me. And none of my girlfriends can't even hold him. He had to be next to me. And we just virtually did everything. And he was, brilliant. When I first got him, he used to rear up and try and strike me in the paddock because he had a very fresh scar on his forehead. And I think because he was finished as far as a racer, he probably wasn't very well handled, very well looked after. Once they're finished, the lucky ones go to a really good place, the others are just put out to whatever, some are even dogged. But I did everything with Percy. There wasn't anything I couldn't do. There was nothing he wouldn't do for me. I used to be able to put him on a float and I'd just throw the rope over his back. He'd load himself on the float while I was putting the saddle into the back of the car. He'd just stand. There wasn't a thing. He was my 1 in a million. And that's how I got him. I got him just through sheer luck, I guess, really. And I only had him for 3 years. He had a thing called navicular disease, which came from his being constantly, and he probably was started very young because they start them young as racehorses, constant pounding. It's a little bit like an arthritis, I guess, for a horse gets, but a horse is its feet. Without its feet, you haven't got a horse. So, and then he used to get sick all the time, and we put it down to the fact that they do give them a lot of drugs and that as racehorses, and I think he was just finished, really. I was just lucky enough to get him in the last few years. Persisted for 6 months, and then I finally had to have him put down because he just got sicker and sicker and sicker, and I couldn't ride him. He'd fall over and trip while I was riding, so I did what I had to do, which was really sad. Broke my heart, but yeah. But he was 1 in a million. He was great. He was really good.
Mum said that after Percy you weren't the same with horses anymore.
Yeah. Okay. After Percy, no, I didn't want to go anywhere with horses. Broke my heart. It's like losing a dog that you really love. You know, sometimes you just get another one. I just couldn't do it. I had the girls' horses. I used to play with them and ride them. But, yeah, that was hard. 16 years. This is how attached you get to them. Yeah.
They're like your best mate.
Oh, definitely. He was. He was the boy. My 1 in a million.